Good afternoon, welcome to Dassault Systems 3D Experience Forum here at the beautiful Caesars Palace. Today I am joined by the CEO of DELMIA. Guillaume, welcome. First question is, according to Dassault Systems, we've entered an industry renaissance. Can you explain what that means for manufacturers and what do they need to do differently?
You know, industry renaissance is fueled by the shift to the economy of the experience, right? And what does that mean for manufacturers is rather than manufacturing products, now they have to deliver experience. And it seems very simple, but it's actually very, very different. Because when you talk about experience, you say, well, an experience needs to be rich, right? Because it needs to be fun.
Yeah.
Rich means, in industrial terms, rich means complexity. Manufacturing people do not like complexity. Then if you talk about experience, it means it's intimate, right? It speaks to you, right? So it's more or less customized. If it's customized, it's highly diverse.
Yes.
So now you are talking about complexity, you are talking about diversity. And third points, there is some kind of instant gratification with the notion of experience. So it needs to be fast. You need to deliver fast or you need to renew it fast. Speed is not a good news for manufacturing. So speed, complexity, diversity, this is a nightmare for a manufacturer that hasn't planned to be able to handle that. So what do manufacturing needs to do? They need to shift because the old sequential way of doing things is not robust enough to adapt to that complexity and that speed. And so that is what the industry renaissance is all about. It's shifting the model from a purely physical-based model to the world of the 3D experience and the 3D experience twin, which will not only help them prepare their work much better, but execute much more efficiently.
How can the Dassault Systems 3D Experience platform lead digital transformation efforts and get manufacturers started on that journey?
There is no specific good place to start. Basically, you need to start where the value lies, where you're going to get the best ROI, return on investment, or the best, the speed, the maximum speed in which you can implement. Because you need to go fast into doing those things to get acceptance by the people, because transformation is always a question of speed.
How are you seeing pilots succeed? What are the key success factors to get a pilot off the ground that'll eventually proliferate through a production plant?
Yeah. Some of the key success factors are very clear. First, you have to consider that digital transformation is not an IT transformation, it's a business transformation. So the first thing to succeed is to have a very, very strong engagement of the business and a drive of the business. Because at the basis of a digital transformation, there is a re-engineering of the business processes in order to make them digital compatible, if I may say. And this only the business can do, right? So this is the first success factor. The second success factor is be fast. Avoid those big tunnel effects of 1 or 2 years, and when you come up with the solution, and the solution is already obsolete. Be fast. So be ready to be extremely agile, be ready to be extremely fast, focus on the few areas in which you can start. You'll connect the dot later, but start quickly to get positive experiences out of the shop floor, out of the process and manufacturing engineering office, so that you can build on your success and progress.
Excellent. And what are you seeing with regard to the role of automation and industrial Internet of Things as contributory factors, or how do you see that fitting into the overall vision?
Basically, to answer the challenges of the industry renaissance, the approach is to be able to build a model of our operations. To build that model as robust as possible, we can do all the simulations possible, and then to execute according to the model, and to feedback the model from the execution that you did. Yeah. This is where IoT comes from, because to connect the virtual world to the real one, you need physical connections. Sure. You need IoT, right? Yes. And so DELMIA has been doing IoT for a long, long time because we are in the mom space for a long, long time. And so indeed, we need to capture those data that make us possible to understand what is going on the shop floor and do two things. Short-term, real-time decision to mitigate whatever risk we may have in the shop floor. And then second, longer-term feedback to improve the model, improve the plan, continuously improve the plan in order to be able to deliver at the best efficiency.
With regard to the vision of the factory of the future, which industries are really excelling today and why? What are you seeing?
the industry that are excelling are those who are very, very scared of their future. So those in a very, very competitive environment. And obviously, and we've seen that in the very recent past. I mean, the one that is pushing extremely hard for that transformation is aerospace and defense, right? The context is highly competitive. They need to survive. They want to be, to stay on top, and so they are pushing extremely, extremely hard, right? So the industry leader is probably that one. And then, all the others, even though they are going at a slower pace.
And this morning we heard about how the 3DEXPERIENCE platform not only allows you to write a story, but to create a book of knowledge. From a manufacturing perspective, that is invaluable.
It is.
What have you seen with the leading manufacturers that we serve with regard to creating this new book of knowledge for the 21st century that gives them brand new insights and a greater ability to grow?
Actually, it's often one of the first motivation into going into a digital transformation, because when you go digital, when you trace, when you author and you simulate and you execute according to plan and you trace all that, this is the knowledge that you capitalize, because you can trace whatever decision you took to the outcome. And in this confrontation of the actions and the results, there you get your experience. And so, indeed, if you want to capitalize, if you do not want to do the same mistake again, if you want to gain efficiency, progressively as you learn, digital transformation is what you need to do to be able to tap on those,
Yes.
on that data, okay?
Exactly.
Smart data that you have acquired through time.
Exactly, and it all culminates with a great customer experience delivered to the end customer.
Yeah.
And it's interesting now where, with the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, that becomes full circle. It becomes a feedback mechanism
Exactly.
of how well did the entire production process meet or exceed customer expectations.
Yeah.
And what are you seeing there with regard to building out great experiences over the life cycle of an entire product strategy that our customers are doing, or the overall manufacturing industry is doing, that gives you hope about the future?
I think by indeed building a 3D experience twin so close to reality that you can actually extend the real world with new capabilities, enhancing the virtual world by the data coming from the real world, and continuously provide the optimum way forward. Okay, this is the open door to sustainability. This is the open door to at least the purpose of Dassault Systèmes of harmonizing product, nature, and life.
Yes.
Because the optimized way forward, is the proper way to respect our planet and to be able to be as efficient as possible into providing the proper experience to our clients.
Absolutely. And sustainability is such a powerful business model and business case, and I really enjoyed the presentation this morning that provide that great detail, and also the summary graphic with all the metrics. What do you see going out 5 years with regard to sustainability in terms of manufacturers? Do you see manufacturers becoming more and more focused on that and able to?
But actually, when you think about it, and as strangely as it can sound, sustainability is synonymous for manufacturer of efficiency, because
Yes.
waste, muda, as we call it in Japanese, right? This is what we've been fighting, right?
Yes.
All my life, as lean manufacturing,
Great.
you try to fight muda.
Yeah.
So, by construction, even though it can be a little bit provocative, manufacturing people are very much into sustainability.
Yes.
So I see them going there more and more. I see new business models, or at least new ways of optimizing the use of energies. And we see new use cases where you want to be able to tailor your production rate to the price of energy or availability of energy, and be extremely flexible in the way you manage your shop. So I think we're going to be on the top of the class as the sustainable actors in tomorrow's future.
Guillaume, thank you very much. That was a brilliant conversation. I learned a lot. And thank you for your time today. And if you're interested in additional information about our products, specifically the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, please go to our website. Make it a great day.